Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, the 26th of April. It is the 51st day of my Appalachian Trail adventure. It's 36 degrees. I don't want it to be 36 degrees in the morning anymore. I sent home my 20-degree bag, and it was a beautiful 20-degree quilt from Feathered Friends. And now I'm carrying around a 45-degree bag from Big Agnes. It's nice, but it's only rated to 45 degrees, so it got a little bit chilly. And it got so chilly this morning that I decided to throw on my hoodie. But of course, it was dark, and so when I threw on my hoodie, I may or may not have put it on backwards because so yeah. So now I'm sitting here telling myself that it's 7 o'clock, so I should get up. But it's 36 degrees. And I don't want to get out of my 45-degree bag just yet. So, yeah. So I may wait here a couple more minutes and then get dressed and then start hiking. And I'll probably have to turn my hoodie around. Otherwise, it's going to feel really awkward the rest of the day. Definitely recommend staying in this shelter, as it is quite possibly the nicest one that I've seen. Got a bear pole over there. They actually have a horseshoe pit, if you can believe that. Got a horseshoe pit right there, and then down that little path there, they actually have a solar shower. So if you're extra stanky, you can go down there. It's got a hose that leads to the spring. And then over here, you've actually got a covered picnic area to eat. So regardless of the elements, you're covered. So absolutely gorgeous. Then they've got a privy over yonder, and yeah, so highly recommend the Jim and Molly Denton Shelter. There's a whole story behind why this was named after them, and they started supporting the trail and hiking back in the early 40s. So definitely encourage you to come check it out. It's just north of Shenandoah National Park, and I think it's at mile marker 977.2 or 0.3, something like that. So yeah, highly recommend this shelter. Another magical morning moment provided to you by Mother Nature. Well, hello, my little friend. Oh, I forgot to ask you, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? No? Okay. Well, that was pretty cool. A woodchuck came up and I guess wasn't afraid at first. And then maybe a little bit more so. Or maybe it's my smell. I don't know. Anyway, look at this. Just, wow. Spring. Spring, spring, spring. Spring is awesome. I don't often feel like a hobo, but when I do, it's when I've got everything I own in a backpack. I'm very stinky. I've hiked hundreds of miles, and I'm near a railroad track. So yeah, kind of feel like a hobo today. Trail magic and it feels so good, yeah. Trail magic, yeah, it feels so good. Let's see what's in here. Oh my gosh, there's Coke and no beer, but that's cool, cause I need to stay hydrated with Deer Park water, yeah, yeah. Sweet. Let's see what else we got here. Do, 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 do. I feel like this is anarchy magic. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I still appreciate it, but I don't know if I'm down with anarchy, because that's kind of just everybody. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? And you know what's awesome about this, folks? Take a look at this. They actually put up a trash bag too. Looky there. Woo! Got some rice sides there. More water. Very nice. Well, thank you to whoever put this up near whatever this is. I think mile 980, 981. I don't know. Something like that. Thank you. You're awesome. I continue to be impressed by the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. They're just killing it. They maintain their trails very well. This has got to be the most sturdy, well-built, just footbridge going over a stream that I think I've seen, aside from, you know, some of the other ones that are like legit, like suspension bridges and stuff. But this is, you know, could be just like one of the regular, you know, footbridges going across a stream, but instead it is like legit. Got stonework in there, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, big shout out to anybody watching this that is a part of the Potomac AT Club. Y'all are just doing a phenomenal job. So thank you very much. All right, sweet. Going to Rod Hollow Shelter tonight, and then hitting the roller coaster starting tomorrow. And it looks like from here, only 32.8 to Harper's Ferry. Very cool. So hopefully I'll be there in another 3 days. And just enjoying This gorgeous weather really is fantastic. So as I came off the trail, just right over there, I said to myself, surely they wouldn't have us crossing a really busy highway, you know, with a heavy pack. That wouldn't make any sense. Surely there's some other way to get across. Yeah. Not so much. So it's pretty much a game of leapfrog, or not leapfrog, Frogger. For those of you that are old enough to know what the heck that game is, but yeah. So, so hopefully I time it right. Yeah. All right, turn this off so I don't get hit. Well, it's been another beautiful day out here. Fantastic weather. Got up into the 60s today. Tonight it's only supposed to get down to about 45, and since I've got a 45-degree bag, that seems to be about perfect, I would say. And yeah, a few more miles to go to Hollow Shelter. Not sure if I'll actually wind up sleeping in the shelter or throwing my tent up. We'll see. Depends on how many people are in the shelter, honestly. Because if there's a ton of folks, then that typically means that there will be a chorus of snoring and carrying on and such. I always just tend to sleep better when I'm by myself. Don't know about y'all, but yeah, if people are sitting there snoring and carrying on, then they typically don't sleep all that well. So we shall see what we shall see once we get there. But once again, thank you very much for joining me today on this grand adventure. Tomorrow is the Virginia roller coaster, which I believe is 13.5 miles of, as you can imagine, up and down and 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 up and down. So rest up my feet tonight for that. Have I mentioned I don't like roller coasters? I'm just kidding. All right. So yeah, hope y'all are having just as fantastic a start to your week as I did. I know it's kind of no fair, because if you're stuck in the office or maybe even at home working or taking care of little ones or whatever, it's kind of hard to beat these views. But that's the good thing about having people out here on the trail that will take you along with them, so that just for a little bit you can relax and enjoy the view. And just think, you don't get blisters, you don't get chafing around your midsection, shoulders, and or nether regions. So yeah, get to enjoy the views and not wind up hobbling all around your house the next day. Tell you what, that is something that I just noticed today, is that I'm getting close to 700 miles for me. I'm getting ready to pass the 1,000 mile marker for the trail tomorrow. But as you may or may not know, I started in Irwin with a good friend of mine back on 7 March, Irwin, Tennessee, as that is where he got off trail last year. And so I'm going to have to, once I get up to Katahdin, I'm going to have to basically do a flip-flop and head back down to Irwin and then march south to Springer and take care of that last 344 miles. So that being said, even though I'm coming up on the 1,000 mile marker northbound tomorrow while I'm doing the roller coaster here in Virginia, I will officially hit 700 miles once I get to 1,044 miles. So basically about 19 miles past Harper's Ferry or thereabouts is when I will hit my 700 mile marker. So yeah, every time I see one of the 100 mile markers for everybody else, I go, yay, and then I go, oh, nuts, because I got to subtract 344 from that number. But that's all right. I'm getting there. Almost a third of the way done, which pretty awesome. And hopefully can kind of keep up this pace and stuff. But what I was going to say, sorry, I lost train of thought there, just rambling. What I noticed today is that after this many miles, almost 700, that I totally have my trail legs. So my legs don't bother me, and I have pretty good endurance and all that kind of stuff. A heavy pack still feels heavy, but I'll tell you where it hurts, my feet. It's just my doggone feet. And some of you know that I had to come off trail for a couple days down in Roanoke just to get looked at by a podiatrist and everything. So I've got metatarsalgia, which is basically just super duper pain on the balls of your feet up close to your toes where your, the fat pads are supposed to be. Well, when you have metatarsalgia, a lot of times those fat pads kind of get pushed up towards the actual toes themselves. So when you're walking, like I am right now, especially uphill, it feels like you're just stepping on your bones versus any padding. So fun. That's all right. That is all right. Because you know what? I am grateful that I'm out here and that I'm able to do this. So grateful. I will take the pain, because that is a small price to pay to be able to see all of this. So once again, thank you for joining me. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease. This is Papa Bear signing off.